Welcome back. At this time, I will be sporting the Bone Armor. It is the first armor set that actually gives you a bonus to using hunting horns. Pretty easy to make.
And you have a skull on your head.
Well, it is bone armor.
Well, okay, I kind of walked into that.
Yeah, and it also allows you to get anti-theft, so now they can't steal from me. Well, Millings.
Boney Brown. The horn skill adds about I think a minute? Or maybe 30 seconds.
As far as I read, it said in the wiki that it was double time on songs.
Well, yeah, each one's about a minute.
Yeah. But some of them last less, some of them last longer, some last 2 minutes, actually.
Hunting horns, one of the only weapons you'll probably never see online.
Even though it's like the best sort of weapon you could bring for an online mission, it's just that I guess people don't like to stand in the sidelines and cast songs and then run in, whack the head when songs run out, run back, cast songs. And hey, feline skin.
Critical.
Firing up!
Oh, and
What cat ability?
not a very good one. I don't even remember what that does.
Feline woodwinds. Actually, that's perfect for this.
Sounds like it.
What is wood?
Sounds like it's relating to the hunting horn.
I can't.
I really don't remember any of the feline.
I think it might lower the rate of the other flutes from breaking from use. I'm not sure. Someone else.
I mean, the thing is, feline whim skills never show up very often, so it's like nothing you usually memorize. So yeah,
Not like
20.
Try where you're almost guaranteed to get a skill. You know.
Yeah, here it's based on the chef's level and their speciality. They can only have a skill activate if you're using a food type that they're specialized in. And the higher stars that they have, the larger chance it is along with their level, and it's pretty unpredictable if you can get it or not.
It's probably get a close-up of a cat.
That's why they call feline whim skills, because they're whimsical and don't... So, time to play some music.
On your didgeridoo?
I don't know. Imal's gonna give me shit for this and just say, I'm doing it wrong! Because I am doing it wrong. In fact, for people who actually watch the live video, I was looking at a list, but they had mixed two of the songs together, so like mid-video I'm like, wait, why don't I have the strength buff? Oh, I'll cast the strength buff. And then I notice I don't get the strength buff, so I spend like 5 minutes going like, wait, why is this not working? So jump cut.
I love hunting horns.
Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome.
You got the self-movement speed, so you run as fast as you would normally, except you have your weapon out.
Yeah.
It's very nice. And it does
all that about going fast?
like a hammer.
Well, you
can
basically
knock
cast a
out.
speed buff song on yourself so you can run faster.
Oh.
It's quite nice.
Oh, you can go fast while carrying them.
Yeah, that you can do that too because
Again, because you can't run without, unlike a hammer or a... No, just hammer, I think.
They're lighter than the hammer?
It gives you your mobility. Yeah, it does less damage than the hammer typically.
But it does more knockout damage if you hit the head. Because it does just to make up for the fact. But that only, strengthens the fact that it is really more of a multiplayer weapon.
Yeah, it's definitely...
Because
the bonuses that you can give to your group far outweigh the loss.
And if you're set on knockout duty, then you can keep the monster, well, basically locked down for... you can do it easier than others.
It's so nice getting a knockout, and then a stun, and then a trap.
And then a trip.
Concert mode or portable third.
It's a huge knockout combo.
Yeah. I've seen videos where people just go completely berserk and be like, for 10 minutes, a monster is completely locked down while they basically destroy it.
Incapacitate them.
Yeah.
Look at that cat just laying down on the job.
Yeah. Some videos he's just completely vicious, and then there's some videos where he's just slacking.
You got to work on your friendship. You beat them at the end of just about every mission, so I don't
Well,
blame 'em.
I tried to do it, but that fishing quest was so demoralizing. I actually did this right after the fishing quest, so I was like, oh. That's also another reason why I didn't want to re-record it, because I was just recording all these in one big session. And I recorded all the, what is it called, gathering and slaying missions first, and then I did all the hunting missions afterwards, so,
Well, the hunting's the fun part.
yeah, exactly, the hunting's the fun part. I was like, oh, that fishing mission. And then I got to this, oh, it's not so bad, I get to kill stuff at least. And then I forgot to bring whetstones, and it all went to shit.
What have ye done?
Yeah, what have I done? I even forgot to bring because I was like, no, I have whetstones, so I even forgot to bring
I
them.
remember that, if I recall correctly, the counter mode was changed for the third generation.
Yeah.
The type of hit you do gives you a certain note, and if you have certain notes and go into counter mode, it does the actual playing automatically.
Yeah, I remember that the Maul keeps mentioning that the third portable hunting horn is out, and I managed to do a knockout. And look at my weapon. Look at that red glow. Look at that sharpness. Yeah, this is where
It's a real
this is
slug out fight.
another reason why I was like, oh god, I'm happy I'm just cutting out like 90% of this, because, well, it's just gear break. But it at least gives me a chance to show off the hunting horn a bit. Another good thing about that, the fact that my weapon broke with its sharpness, is the fact that I'm doing so pitiful damage that I can actually manage to do knockouts on these guys and show that off.
Yeah. That's another nice thing about fighting drones and stuff, is they're pretty much a giant head, so when they get knocked out, it's pretty easy to knock out.
Yeah, they got their head and they got their body, and that's it. And if you attack them from the front, you always hit the head, more or less.
On the bigger monsters, it might be
You might hit the wings that are on the sides,
the rest of the hitbox, yeah.
or the legs, or, well, it's pretty easy to hit everything but the part you're trying to aim for. Like on the Congalala, you always hit everything but the head when you're trying to break the hair. But he's dancing.
Hammer user.
This when I was doing this, it was so demoralized because, again, I spent nearly 15 minutes just killing Gyapre with a broken hunting horn.
Look at that patriotic hunting horn, red, white, and blue.
Yeah. I actually noticed that while I was looking through the song list. I was like, hey, yeah, red, white, and blue. America, fuck yeah. I love that movie.
Freedom is the only way for the dinosaurs. Yo, we're freeing the crap out of them.
Yeah, definitely. Oh well.
You said.
We're gonna switch to an equipment set and a very amusing set of weapons. We're gonna go for the Gyapre set this time, just to show it off. And what weapon are we choosing? Not the katana, dual swords.
The kitchen set.
Ah, a giant knife and fork. That is like, that is one of the things you can make with the feline meal
You
ticket.
look like you work in a... Oh, what's it?
You're going to eat a lot of monsters.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah, you look like you work at Steak and Shake now.
yeah, I think the meal ticket weapons and armor set they're just great with how they look. They're goofy, stupid, and they're just amusing to use. Also, you can make some pretty amusing bow guns with it too. I believe I'll try to get a hold of one of those and actually show it off. It's pretty funny actually. But, you know, jump cut because nobody wants to see me walk from 1, 4, 5, 6 to 8. Just to kill blind loops. I'm gonna get revenge on these buggers. Killed me once before, I'm gonna kill
And
them.
it looks like there's a bull drum over there.
Yeah, there is. Actually, speaking of bull drums, I've been farming them lately for some gear. And I managed to actually get almost maxed out the size. I thought it was a huge Bodrum, but whoa. It can get pretty big.
Ooh, pillow. So, the monkeys are typically always present when you're fighting some of the bigger monsters.
Yeah, they are. They're really annoying too.
Really annoying.
But
Because
luckily,
they're agile enough that they will dodge most of your moves, but
Yeah.
they will mess you up when you're trying to be very careful around bigger monsters.
yeah. But the problem is, I have to focus on them and not the Bodrum, who is like chain knocking me around.
Getting slammed by Ham!
Yeah. Delicious, delicious boar. But I book it just so I can get some health. But at least on the bright side, I actually brought a properly agile weapon with me, so it's easy enough to catch up to the Blancos and then just rip them apart.
Avoid the
Using basically, my main tactic is I stick the fork in them so they can't run away, and then I slowly cut them apart and just eat them with the fork.
serial killer.
And my main issue again is because I'm using Demonize, and when I'm doing that and I started a combo, then I'm kind of stuck in the spot until the combo ends.
Yeah, the dual swords are stamina hungry.
Well, not just that. When you've started like the combo where you push circle and triangle, then you're just stuck in the spot until the combo ends. But it's such a good combo.
The hunting horn is such a good complement because most hunting horns have a infinite stamina on the rest of the team.
Yeah, that or you use a drug. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, you have to use the mega nutrients, I think.
Mega nutrients? Yeah, like that. But it's like a medicine that gives you basically infinite regenerating stamina.
Yeah, it gives you infinite stamina. Very nice for
dual sword users. I've seen people like take that drug and basically just tear a monster to shreds because they're not supposed to be able to abuse the fact that they have limited stamina in that sense. So they're just in constant demonized mode, and they basically trivialize the fight with it. Pretty brutal. But I got my revenge on them. Yeah, people who say I'm a terrible hunter, they're completely correct, but I got my revenge at the very least. I like that stance, though. A knife and fork, and...
yeah, it's so dramatic, and it's a giant fork in there.
And it's a nice contrast with the, I guess, joke weapons, if you want to call them that.
Lethal joke weapon.
Very lethal.
The joke lance is pretty funny.
I remember one of the lances in Try being a giant fist.
I'll have to see if I can get a hold of that one when I do reach Try. That sounds sufficiently amusing.
Oh, I think I know the one he's talking about. I think it's a shark with a no swimming sign.
Yeah, I think it was called something Sark. It was relating to Sark, I know that much.
This one, I know there's a corncob gun lance.
Yeah, actually, I've seen that one before.
Giant tuna greatsword.
Wow. I'm gonna have to try to see if I can get a hold of all these joke weapons just to show them off in a video or something as a bonus video.
Or cat tickets.
I also remember a hunting horn that looked like a frog.